Hi Aquarius, welcome in to your weekly reading. Sorry I couldn't get to you last week. I was traveling and just we hit a big storm and I lost half of my equipment. It was just not meant to be. But I will tell you this, strangely enough, my sister who booked my hotel, I walk into the lobby and there's like these massive crystals from all over the world. I mean, it was quite fascinating. I was like, I guess it was meant to be that I wasn't meant to read for the week. I just needed a little bit of healing and a little TLC for myself so I can come back to you guys nice and fresh. All right. With that said, Spirit Guides, what's going on for Aquarius mid June, please? Second to third week of June. What's their situation? I did take a lot of pictures of those crystals because it was just phenomenal. I posted them on my Instagram channel, Elpis Enlightenment. If you want to check that out, it's there for you guys to go ahead and see. All right, let's see what the situation is because you got a lot of inverted cards. Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Tower. Shit. Okay, so the buck stops here is what I just heard in my head. Meaning, um, you did have a tower moment. You did have some sort of disaster. You did have something that fell apart. There was a breakup. There was a big fight. There was something. The Queen of Wands is here, which is a fire sign female, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Maybe literally you have somebody in your life like that. That could be the third party person, or you are the third party. Because for me, this is the Mistress card, okay? And the Mistress card in this inverted position, whether you're male or female, you are the third party. You're the Mister, you're the Mistress. And you were either rejected or you rejected this. You're inverted. So most of you, it makes me feel like there was a breakup here. And whoever the mistress was, including you and your partner, if there was a third party, that third party was rejected. Okay, because there was a tower closing in on this mistress or mister, the third party person. Okay, and then the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, it just stopped working. It stopped moving forward. I know that a lot of people or a lot of other readers read this Knight of Pentacles as something that was moving very, very slow. Then it just started moving very, very fast. I don't read it that way. For me, I read it as like it was moving in the right direction, slow and steady, cautiously, but then it just stopped altogether. Um, but we'll see when we clarify because you also have the Six of Swords in reverse. This is somebody who mentally disengaged. Their mind keeps going back to the situation. Their mind keeps going back to this person. So we'll see what's going on there when we do clarify. Because I see the Fool also at the bottom of the deck. So for all intents and purposes, regarding what this whole situation is that you're going through, Aquarius, you're also taking a leap of faith unto yourself and you're taking a risk and you're putting yourself out there to be alone. So, for example, if some of you were having an affair and you left your partner, your stable partner, and you went towards a lover and then the lover didn't work out, you're just kind of leaving both behind because you're just taking a risk for yourself. We'll see. Let's see what's coming in for you. It's just an example. Please don't jump down my throat. If it's your person, then it's your person. Because tarot readers read for energy. You're discerning adults. You know exactly where to place this. Even with cross watchers. If you're watching me cross watcher, you know how to place this. All right? And a lot of you, this is for an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, even Venus. Now, the Moon, which is a Pisces energy. Tower is Scorpio energy. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. You're wondering about your singlehood or your status, your single status. You're wondering like where it's going, the direction. You have a little bit of fear of unknown, what's going to be happening to your status hood. But you're trying to restore balance within yourself. You're like, you know what? I gotta collect myself, bring myself back to center, so I can figure out where my internal compass is pointing me, because it needs to point north, your true north. Okay, so we'll see what's going on here, but it looks like you do have a tiny little bit of fear of the unknown, of where your future is. You're a little concerned where you don't know what your single status or your singlehood is lying. What does an Aquarius see coming? Justice and Ace of Wands. Dang. Isn't it always like that? Okay, justice for some of you, if this is literal, it means you're in court and you will win. Some of you, it could be tied to some kind of project or some creative project or some whatever this justice is, it's bringing in something passionate and new for you. Now, if this is in regards to a person, justice means this person that there was a rejection or that had ignored you comes back to vindicate you and validate you. But in another instance, it's not even to vindicate you, validate you. They're literally taking a form of action in the sense of they're initiating a passionate new beginning with you. This could also mean your justice. Justice doesn't tell us if it's good or bad. It just talks about karma. It just talks about righting the scales. So if the scales were tipped in one person's favor and it was really unfair for another, it just means the scales get even. They get balanced. And when these scales get balanced for you, Aquarius, you have this passionate new beginning here with somebody or a creative new project. Oh my God, I knew it. I had a feeling. Two of Cups is at the bottom of the deck, which tells me you're going to get into a partnership. So this Ace of Wands is just not no Ace of Wands. It's not just like hooking up. It's literally you're going to get into partnership with somebody where the feelings are mutual. Very interesting. Let's see what the advice is. I'm starting to feel like this whole entire reading is like sort of screaming at me like something had to fall apart for something to get for something else to get together. Um wow, yeah, because look at your advice. It's hardcore. First of all, minor arcana. I don't know how well you guys know tarot. There's usually 78 cards in a deck. A quarter of those cards are major arcanas. The major arcanas are the things that happen to us that are, shall we say, when the universe gets involved or when our fates get involved. And it comes in the form of A, opportunities, B, redirection or course correcting, or C, it comes in signs and symbols for you to wake up and see them. Otherwise, everything else, the rest of the deck, the balance of the deck, three quarters of the deck is just minor arcana. And in minor arcana, it's your free will. It's your own personal judgment. It's what you decide to do. It's not everything is fated. Nothing is fated. The only thing that comes to you that is fated is a chance meeting with somebody. But that's it. After that, it's what you do. What else is fated? Fated is also the opportunities, like this Ace of Wands. The universe gave you an opportunity. What are you going to do with it? Free will. Now, here in your advice, I'm telling you all this because you have Judgment and Two of Wands. And why I just told you all about this major and minor arcana in the tarot deck is because you have the Two of Wands, which is minor arcana mixed with a major arcana, Judgment. For me, in the minor arcana, that's your day-to-day life. Those are the choices that you make. That's your free will stuff. But for me, in the minor arcana, the Two of Wands is one of the most powerful cards in the whole deck because this is the pivotal moment where it changes your life forever. This is the decision that you're making. You're at a crossroads. You're at a fork in the road, literally a fork in the road. And now you have to make a judgment call. And the universe is the energy and the spirit force behind that pushed you to that corner, that pushed you to that crossroads. But Two of Wands, when it's coming out in your advice position, it's telling you, look out in the horizon, look at your future, look at your journey, look at your path. Go do the new thing. You're an evolving creature anyway. You're one of the zodiac signs that you're constantly evolving. You're constantly moving forward with humanity. You're constantly upgrading yourself. Now, if somebody can't match your energy flow, they're not meant to be. They're just going to create static. Think of a radio station. You turn on the radio station. How many times are you going to hear the same song over and over and over again? Somebody out there loves to hear that song and beat it to a dead pulp. You probably don't. You're going to change the channel. And unless somebody goes to the same channel as you, it's not likely that you will always stay stagnant, doing the same thing over and over again. It's just not. It's not your vibe. So here you are at this crossroads, Aquarius. The universe is pushing you into this direction where you need to make a judgment call about your future, but it is guiding you to go do the new thing. Oh my God, the Fool. Yes, take a leap of faith, take a risk, go and do it. Let's see the outcome for the week. For all intents and purposes, guys, I know this is a tarot reading, but at the end of the day, this is also an enlightenment channel. I'm pretty sure you guys are one of the most intelligent, cerebral, smart signs on the zodiac wheel, that you understand me when I say enlightenment. It's about opening our own human construct. It's enlightening oneself. And we use tarot to help us do that, to mitigate fallout, to understand our issues, to stop repeating patterns, to stop dating the same people or going into the same cycles over and over again. You are quite analytical, very, very cerebral. So you understand that as you change in your life, that certain things, they are okay to do, Aquarius. You are okay to do it. And I like using tarot to get us there. So at the end of the day, I'm telling you all this because I'm doing a lot of blah, 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 blah and reading the cards because there's a common thread here for you. Look at your outcomes: Seven of Swords and Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio female. Now, 9 times out of 10, the queens, which is you, whether you're male or female, the kings are the incoming energy. I only do that for YouTube, not for private readings, and only because it's a large audience. So we want to discern who's who. Now, with that said, Queen of Cups is somebody who's emotionally intelligent. She's also, or he's also, emotionally available. Okay? They can also handle difficult emotional conversations, the tough stuff. But the Seven of Swords is somebody here is trying to like ghost it or run away from it or even be cheating. So the Seven of Swords is the cheating, stealing, lying, the things we do in the shadows, the things we do by sneaking away. Sneaking away from you, or you could be doing this. But we'll see in a moment when we clarify. Because at the end of the day, I do have the Two of Cups. And I've got to say, my initial intuition when I was first reading this, it feels like you are ghosting a certain person or individual, Aquarius, so you can go towards someone you love. Okay? Because you're coming up as the Queen of Cups. Interesting. Interesting. Please leave me down your comments below, as that also helps the channel grow. Please like, share, so we can grow your cohort, Aquarius, that is. Also, you could tell me if this is resonating with you guys, so I can also connect a little bit better with you. So, what is this Queen of Wands in reverse? The Tower. The Fool. This Fool card, maybe some of you guys are dealing with an Aries. I mean, I'm seeing this Fool card multiple times. I see Sagittarius here. I see Pisces here. I see Scorpio. I see Aries. And the Devil, which is Capricorn. And Chariot, Cancer. Anyway, a lot of major arcanas. Point is, you're taking a leap of faith, but there is something toxic. I don't know if you're trying to run away from the toxic thing or you're creating a toxic situation. And I don't mean you as a person. I just feel like you're kind of running away from some sort of situation because you don't want to deal with it, Aquarius. You're like, fuck this. I'm just going to take a leap of faith. I'm going to take a risk and just go. But you're not taking care of something else. And that's the toxic thing. And again, others of you, this could be you running away from a situation because, or you're taking a leap of faith because of something toxic. Because there is someone toxic. I don't know. You have to understand, the devil sometimes talks about fear also. Fear in our minds. Not being good enough. Not qualifying for somebody. Not being smart enough. Not being wealthy enough. Not being educated enough. All these ridiculous things that we say to ourselves. But that it's not going to work out, or this is going to turn into a disaster. Whatever the case is. It could also talk about fear. Fear is propelling you to do a certain situation. Like something you don't want to deal with. Yeah, you're remaining focused on yourself. And you're like, I just got to go do what I got to go do. And it's sort of not dealing with something else. What is the moon and the nine of pentacles in reverse? Whatever might have fallen apart for you, if you had an affair, if you had a flame, or you had a certain situation, maybe a job, whatever, you're revisiting that disaster that fell apart for you, that fight that you had, that breakup that you had, that leaving moment, whatever that was difficult for you. There's some sort of wish fulfillment in regards to that, but you're revisiting this, whoever this is. This is the clarifiers. What actually is the nine of pentacles in reverse and the moon. Guys, if this is job related, this is loss of money and you're worried and you're concerned over a financial future. So you're revisiting something that might have fell apart for you in the recent past work wise. If this isn't work related and this is love related, again, you're looking at your single status and you've got a little bit of fear of unknown and you want to go to your wish fulfillment and you're looking at something that fell apart for you in the recent past. But it was Six of Pentacles. That's not good. Six of Pentacles is breadcrumbs. You weren't getting what you needed. No way were you getting what you needed. That's probably why you have justice over here. Maybe this person came back and gave you the rest of the bakery instead of the breadcrumbs. What's the justice verse the eight and the ace of wands, not verse. I had a feeling. I absolutely had a feeling. This person, that's what the justice is. Somebody comes back over here with this 10 of cups, right? They're they love you as much as you love them. So they're communicating here with you. Do you see these wands? These 8 of wands? These 8 of wands represents communication going back and forth. I text you, you text me. Not like 2 weeks later, not like 3 weeks later. This is the opposite of breadcrumbs. This is taking action and communication in regards to something flowing between you and somebody here that you both feel happy. It's mutual. You both like each other a great deal. That's why I was getting the vibe with this Ace of Wands. It's not just physical. I think this turns into a partnership, and that's your justice in this whole entire situation after having recently gone through some serious tower moment for you. Some big, huge loss. Yep. And when this person comes back, or whoever is approaching you and initiating this passionate new beginning, Aquarius, makes you very curious. You go towards it. You're like, what's this all about? Let's see what this person wants from me. What's Judgment and 2 of Wands, please? Oh no, disaster. Too many. Let's just redo this. Give me the advice for Judgment and 2 of Wands, please, Spirit. Aquarius. Wow, this came out before. When a card wants to come out, it comes out. And this also came out before. And when a card wants to come out, it comes out. It's insane. Okay, interesting. I have 4 of Cups in reverse, the 6 of Cups, and the 4 of Swords in reverse. And at the bottom of the deck is the 8 of Cups. Oh, wow, look at this. Justice and Judgment and Ace of Pentacles. It's exactly telling me the same storyline with just different cards. Okay, so you need to make a judgment call here in your advice position and look into your future and see which way to go. Now, why I find this card so interesting in the Minor Arcana, this is you. One rod represents your future. That's the walking cane that you're going to use to walk into your future. The other rod represents your past, going backwards. The Centaurian in the cave is metaphoric for your inner psyche, your subconscious, yourself. The Centaurian itself that's standing there is also representative for me because in the deck it's the Hierophant, which is marriage, commitment, institution. So somewhere in your subconscious is sitting this feeling or this notion or the idea of some sort of commitment, institution, marriage, and otherwise. Now, you're there, you're at that crossroads, and you're like, what's ideal for me? I have to make a final judgment call, put this to bed, and do this instead. So, that's actual advice. What's clarifying it is the Four of Cups in reverse. This is a runner chaser dynamic. I chase you, and then it flips. They chase you. It's like, so you were chasing them and they didn't care, but now you stopped, now they care. This is looking at something that's abundant that you weren't looking at it before. Six of Cups, someone or something from the past. Some kind of moment happened for you, Aquarius, and it triggered a memory from the past. And now you're looking at it like it's abundant, that you should have gave it a second chance, right? So it's not as unrequited as you thought it was. And the Four of Swords in reverse. The problem is, and this is the problem, and this is why I said, oh, how interesting, is you're not healing. And because you haven't healed from the situation, because you kind of did this instead, you did the Fool and the Devil, you might not be thinking so clearly because you're looking at feelings. The Four of Swords are mental, but they're inverted. So it's like you're not healing that inner part of you. You're just looking at something from the past and you're like, you know what? Maybe that was a good thing. That's why you're at a crossroads, because you're reflecting over the past versus your future. But because you haven't healed, you're in that crossroads. You're a little bit slightly stuck. The bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups, walking away from something or someone. Because, and I'll tell you why you're doing it. Whoever this, and you'll know who I'm talking about when I say this, you're walking away because somebody's not fulfilling those cups. Not emotionally, not mentally, not spiritually, not physically. They're not doing it for you. They're not filling these cups. But I know you like them. I know you're interested in them because you left the cups there for them to fill it for you. You left them stacked in front of their fucking door. So as soon as they open the door, they have to see it. Interesting. So your advice is to make a judgment call because you're at a crossroads right now in something that felt unbalanced, something that wasn't making you happy because it felt like it was runner chaser, it felt like it was unrequited love, and maybe it had flipped at some point. But no, you have not mentally healed from this situation quite yet because you got a little bit of this crazy yo-yo happening to you. Let's see this outcome over here with Seven of Swords. Holy shit. What's the one that fell on the floor, Spirit? All right, so we might be leaving one person to go to another and just not dealing with it because we have somebody here who's asking you out, okay? The Knight of Cups. This is somebody asking you out or wants to speak to you on an emotional level, right? This makes you entirely happy. This is why you're the Queen of Cups. You are emotionally happy here because someone is asking you out, and it does spark and initiate a passionate new beginning. Someone here that might be new, might be different, definitely somebody you're considering now, finally. And you could be ghosting or leaving someone else. You could also be having an affair or doing something in the shadows and you're not telling anybody. So there's also that option. However, this person, make no mistake, it will turn into a Two of Cups. It will turn into a partnership. I don't see it on the table because I kept seeing it at the back of the deck, which tells me it's in the coming weeks or months for you. But the Five of Cups in reverse, it's like, if you look at this card, this is Alice in Wonderland. She's trying to look at the cups that she lost. Okay, now mind you, she has other suitors, which are right here, but she is too focused up here instead of looking at her current suitors right here. In reverse, Alice has no choice but to look at the new suitors, to look at her new options, and you do, and it makes you happy, and you have a passionate new beginning. Interesting, very, very interesting, and you could be here reuniting with somebody, reconciliating, and going out and having drinks and celebrating something. All right. What do you see here? My romance angels, please. A Aquarius. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. What's going on here with Aquarius? Holy crap, Aquarius. This could be the one. And religious factors. Somebody here could be fundamentally different from you. You could have ethnic backgrounds that are different, racial, age, something profoundly different from one another. Your love life is influenced by religion, upbringing, and spiritual paths. So maybe one of you is just more spiritual than the other. Maybe one of you is woke and the other one isn't. I don't know. Maybe you even have political differences. There's some kind of fundamental difference. It doesn't matter. This person is the potential to be the one for you. All right? Um, Finances and career. Somebody's got money on the brain, and it could be an issue that could be holding you guys back. One of the two of you. Kipper, last but not least. High honor. Child. Change. Oh my God. Some of you could be having a child and you're upgrading your homes. Um, Others of you are receiving some sort of accolades at work, high honors. You definitely are changing home locations. You and some usually it means like upgrade, like either to a better living location, a better home, a better life, something. You're changing your homes, but in it's definitely means in the better. High honors. You could be getting, like I said, some kind of accolades at work or some sort of accolades even at home. You could even be with somebody who's receiving these, high honors. And child. Some of you are actually having a child or dealing with a child, but moreover, this card, child, talks about things that are happening for you here and now in spring. Okay? So you're getting a lot of your answers now in the spring, right? Before summer. And some of you, again, you're dealing with a child in your home, but most of it is happening to you now, this season, spring season. All right, very interesting. All right, that's what I got for you, Aquarius. Please leave me your comments down below, and I will see you next week.